let's talk about ILLIT. So there is this musician, and he suddenly posted accusing ILLIT of plagiarizing his video. All right. So he accused ILLIT of plagiarizing his video. And this is the latest music video of ILLIT. Okay. So he said that there are certain frames in the music video of ILLIT that is very, very, very similar to his music video. So this is that. As you can see, his video was published 2 months ago, and then ILLIT's video was published 2 days ago. All right. So he said like that is too similar. Um, Next is this one. He said that is too similar. Chessboard floor, white background, same camera angle. He said, okay. And then next one is this one. So head, bubble head, I guess. um, so he said that is also way too similar. So he was like, oh, if I say something, I'm in trouble or something like that. So he first announced this on ILLIT, sorry, on X, and then there is a New Jeans fan account who posted it. And then, as you know, they're just always waiting for something to go to throw against ILLIT, Les Seraphim, Hybe, BTS, Bang Shiyuk, and this is another opportunity for them. So when they saw that an ILLIT account actually posted it, they all posted it. They meaning New Jeans fans. So they're like plagiarism and all of those stuff. Okay, so he painted a few boxes white, and he wants to claim that that is intellectual property. Okay, some things is, I think this is really getting misunderstood. Plagiarism is a legal terminology. It is a legal terminology, so you only use it when you are know that this person is actually legally liable for that terminology. So for example, if you have in plagiarism, if you have ownership, legal ownership of something, and someone copied it without permission and made profit out of it, that is plagiarism. Okay, so if for example, bts BT21 got copied. So someone copied that, and then they recreated that, and then they made money out of it. Then that is plagiarism. It's a legal terminology. All right. And I think because and people just keeps on using it without really understanding that what they are saying does not make sense. Because so specifically him, he's using this word without actually realizing what it means. So because ILLIT actually has permission directly from Nintendo and from Pac-Man. So these elements that they used in the music video, they actually had permission from the actual intellectual property owners of it. And they actually tweeted about it. They tweeted about Bomb. They tweeted about Just Dance, the game actually tweeted about the music video releasing. So it didn't copy because those images came from those companies. He, however, this guy accusing ILLIT of plagiarizing, did not have legal permission from the company, from Pac-Man, from Just Dance. In other words, it was him who plagiarized because he swiped their images, he swiped their likeness without permission. So he plagiarized Pac-Man and Just Dance. ILLIT didn't because they asked for permission. They have legal permission. In fact, they tweeted about it. The company, the intellectual property owners tweeted about it because they got paid for it. So that is not plagiarism. Him, however, he used these images without the permission. He was the plagiarizer, but he was the one accusing ILLIT of copying. Now he's saying that, but my video actually was released first. and the camera angles, they were too similar. Why can't they choose anything else? Now, we don't know because ILLIT or BLIF Lab has not responded. But we know that Hive has the habit, this is their system actually. They would always pre-record things, they will always make things way in advance. We know that for BTS, they were actually 2 years ahead. For Le Seraphim, they are 18 months ahead. So things are done 18 months and then they release. So they pre plan everything. So this most likely, his video got released about 2 months ago. This video was probably finished 6 months ago. And that, I would say that that's actually short. My guess is about, I don't know, 9 months ago. So, and now, unless B Lift actually answers or respond to this, then we would know. But that is just my assessment because that's how Hybe actually do business. So he can't claim that he was copied because those images actually belong to Just Dance and to Pac-Man. I said Nintendo, but I actually meant Just Dance. So he has no grounds for this plagiarism accusation. He was the one who plagiarized. All right. Now the twist is that that is not even the twist. The twist is that he got a lot of interaction because of what he posted. Now this guy, don't, by the way, he follows one of the New Jeans fan account on IG, I believe. He follows one of the fan accounts of New Jeans, and so there is that connection. Um, but more than that, he got a lot of interaction. He got a lot of new subscribers because any for talkies, the enemy of my enemy is my friend for them. So because he is waging a war against ILIT, then he is their friend. So they're following him, watching his videos. He's getting a lot of interaction. And now a new marketing tool has been born. Hate on anything hype, and you will get your own fandom. That's a new strategy, and a lot of acts are starting to employ that. For as long as they side with New Jeans, or not even side with New Jeans, for as long as they hate on anything hype directly or remotely connected, then they are going to get a lot of interactions and a lot of new fans. Now, he a lot of fans have actually already fans of ILIT have already said that no, most likely this video was done like 6 9 months ago, even before you released yours is AI, you stole their whatever. But it hasn't stopped. He well, in all fairness to him, after fans actually told him that it's actually you who needs to be careful because he didn't ask for permission from Just Dance and from Pac-Man, so you're probably going to get sued. But ILIT has permission, so they're safe. Um, but just be careful because this is what they are going to. A lot of companies have now discovered. If you hate on anything hype, directly or remotely connected, you're going to get your own fandom. So more reverse viral marketing will happen, and that's what they are going to start doing. Um, BTS was once accused of this and they just had the fandom to fight against hatred. A few lawsuits should shut that kind of marketing down. It should. But as you know, in South Korea, there's this big question of whether or not it is illegal. Because a lot of they know this, Big Hit is not Big Hit Hype is actually suing Kakao Entertainment for viral marketing, and they have all the proof. They have the receipt that there is money transfer. So SM Entertainment actually paid different reverse viral marketing companies. They have all of those proof. But the big question to many is that sure, it is immoral and it is unethical, but is it illegal? So if different companies actually start hate campaign against Hybe or anything related to Hybe, sure, it's unethical, but is it illegal? So, but they will keep on doing that because this guy is a prime example of how effective that marketing strategy is. But it's really, really surprising. Oh, the other thing, which actually kind of pissed me more than anything else, is the fact that, okay, one second. Let me see if I can get there. All right. One of the things is that, oh, the other thing outside of that is this account is claiming that the creative director of ILLIT is following him. So he's implying that they saw what I did and they copied it. And then he screenshotted the alleged account of the creative director of ILLIT, which turned out to be someone else. It's like, I don't know who that is, but that is not the creative director of Hype. I don't know where you got that issue. Now, the bigger issue, I think, for artists, for other artists, like many of you and like me, plagiarism is supposedly a serious thing for artists. But because of things like this, it's becoming a joke, right? Because people are just getting so fed up and so used to hearing plagiarism, they don't take it seriously anymore. Um, and so I hope that because of this people's desire to wage war against other groups, it's other artists that will suffer. So that when someone is actually plagiarizing something, no one's going to believe that person anymore because of all of these accusations about plagiarism that is, so I hope that they stop this, but I don't think that they will. I hope that this guy actually gets sued for what he's doing. It's just yeah, it's just unfortunate that he actually highlighted a very, very effective marketing strategy for other groups to use. Okay. So he's just loud and wrong, typical NJ fan and associate. I think we're going to see new laws at some point about creators saying things for money. This honesty has to be. I would absolutely support this. Like, where's that? Where are you, Miss Kim? Okay. I would absolutely support this. So YouTube, if you're a creator, um, they would come to us every now and then with certain things like, do you think this is a good idea? Or sometimes they will ask us for suggestions. Now there are certain rules within YouTube that is not a federal regulation or a state legislation, but they have the power to impose their own rules because they are a private company. So one of the things that I actually suggested is this, that YouTube should hold their creators accountable for misinformation. Now, they've tried that before, but only on the political end, right? Because they've loosened up now, but they've tried this during the election or months leading into the election. Not this one, but the previous one, all the way to the whole administration of Biden. So they had this huge campaign against misinformation, but it was really limited to politics. What I suggested is to actually do this just for anything. If you say something that you cannot support and that may be proven to be false, you have to punish your creator, because that's the only way creators are going to start being careful on what they see. Instead, they're actually rewarding false information, because usually for false information gets a lot of clicks. But I will be totally behind this. If they are going to start holding their creators accountable for dishonesty and for misleading information, for lying, I will be totally behind it. Now, I understand. I understand. So our lawyer already. So one of the things that I discussed with our lawyer is a lie protected? So there is freedom of expression, right? So one of the things that I asked is whether or not a lie is protected. And he said the short answer is yes, a lie is protected. In other words, you cannot some you can't be jailed just because you lied. So the lying has to result into a loss. Now they've expanded that loss because it used to be just exclusive to economic loss. So if I lied about someone and that resulted into an economic loss, then that person may be the if I lie about someone and that someone had economic loss because of what I said, then I may be sued and I may go to jail or whatever. Now, he said that they've expanded it to not only include economic loss but also other quality of life and stuff like that. But still, it has to be material enough. The consequence of the lie has to be material enough for it to hold. So, so, so the one of the answers to part of the answer to your question is that misinformation won't necessarily be automatically punished. That's it. Misinformation will not be automatically punished just because it's protected by the law. Um, then no more clickbait, right? Supposedly. But people love clickbait. I don't mind when when a creator says it's my opinion or conjecture, but when they say it's a fact, when it's not, then it's wrong. Did he really say it was a joke? What was the joke? Who? Who said it's a joke? The majority of hate campaigns are based on spreading calculated lies and spreading them. It seems like that would count as libel. It's a campaign, so it's not like they are just spreading rumors. But if you would remember, I had an interview with one of the best entertainment lawyers in the industry, Ken Sterling. So please check out his website. He represents Mr. Wonderful. If you watch Shark Tank, then I know that you would know Mr. Wonderful. He represents Mr. Wonderful. He manages Mr. Wonderful and also the legal representative of Mr. Wonderful. So one of the things that I asked him was about that. Like, what if a lie that I said resulted you gaining 1 million fans and getting 1 million worth of projects? Can I still sue you? Can you still sue me for lying? And he said no, because the court is just going to say, well, it didn't result to anything bad, so it's okay. That's not exactly what he said, but in the end, that's what he sort of alluded to, that it has to result into a material loss for it to be called a libel. Okay. Stealing copyright infringement causes a dilution of the original IP, so that the problem for this guy isn't that he lied, is that he made his video with IP to which he did not have rights. Correct. Yeah, so that's why a lot of ILLIT fans are telling him, dude, you're probably going to get sued. Initially, no one really knew about this, no one was paying attention, but you called the attention upon yourself. And now people are reporting you. And if you made a lot of money, then you're most likely going to get sued. If you made a lot of money out of that video, you're probably going to get sued.